All right, guys, we are live. I'm trying to figure out when I went to StreamYard, I did not find my account, and so we're struggling tonight. I am sick of StreamYard. I'm having nothing but trouble with them, and so I can't log everything together or link everything together. So it already won't let me do the. No, I click on my link and it goes to some random coffee farm. It's got nothing to do with mine. So I'm not sure how we're going to work it out. I've punched in my logo twice. Okay, the top one is somebody's advertised. It's on top of mine. So now it's letting me on, but not as the admin, just as a watcher. So I posted yesterday that we were going to have a website or a podcast, and then when I went to log into it today, it's disappeared. And so then I did another one real quick, and then the old one from that I created yesterday, it popped back up. So I've posted the new one on Instagram, and we're going to see what happens. I don't know how to make these things happen like I should. So I'm meeting with a guy tomorrow, and he is going to help me with a whole lot of these things. So hopefully Luke will get me situated. But it is what it is. This will be floating out there somewhere. So hopefully somebody can use it, get a little bit of useful information out of it. We had some questions from last week. And I would definitely trade coffee or pay somebody if they want to help me with all of this mess and try to get it straight again. But I'll start out by saying welcome to Legacy Farms Coffee, Legacy Farms Coffee Missions, which is the new name of the nonprofit. We were, those of you from Kansas might know who Ad Astra Radio is. That is a lot of different radio stations. I think it's 94.7 and 95.9. They've got a lot of different radio stations. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks, we're gonna start advertising on those. Luke is working with me tomorrow with I've ordered a new computer, and we're going to start, he's putting a DaVinci editing program on my computer, and he's going to make me about 10 videos, and we're going to start posting those on regular intervals. He's working with all the little hashtags and all those fun things, trying to help us get some of this stuff rolling. Until then, word of mouth is as good as anything. We do have a few new coffees on. They're some of the same varieties, but we've changed the lots. So there's quite a bit of green coffee that's different. Right now on the roasted side, we have a Mario Hipe, we have an Ana Cafe 14, and we have a Obata, and then we have a pumpkin pecan. We have a hazelnut cream, a vanilla hazelnut. What else have we got? There's three new um, flavored coffees that are coming out this week. And then July 1st, we're going to have our meat rub. We're going to have two different meat rubs. And we talked about that a little bit on the last podcast. And next week, we're going to try to see if we can have Luke actually here so that I can have an engineer that's helping me set it up and work on some of this. I really miss not having the live feed when we're doing things where I can answer questions. This has comments. Let's make sure they're turned on. Yeah, it shows we have comments. I'm posting the little login thing again. Yeah, it shows that we have comments. So if anybody has a question, uh, yeah, I just posted the link, which if you're here, you already have it. But yeah, the comments are turned on. I'm drinking. It's called Anna Cafe 14, which means it's Anna Coffee 14. It is not Anna's coffee. Anna's coffee currently is a Sargie Moore. Next month, Anna's coffee is going to be a Perry Nama. We lost her the buyer that was coming out that was buying her coffee for the last few years. They went out of business, so there wasn't anybody buying Anna's coffee, so we bought it. So we're going to start offering 3 different options of Anna's coffee. She has a Lempira, she has a Perry Nama, both those I have, but she has completely different cupping notes. And then she has one called a Sargie Moore. And so Anna has the Sargie Moore out right now. But hopefully, as I get caught up a little more in the next couple of days, uh, we're going to have quite a bit more. We're also ordering coffee cups. And when the new computer gets here, the old computer, we thought we had problems with the laser program. Actually, the problem was the little computer was just too small and it just kept locking up. So somebody, and if you're watching, you know who you are, borrowed my computer about a year ago to send an email, one email, and they let a virus in, and it took it deleted my pictures. Uh, it actually put a different email address on my Google Business account, on one of the websites. It just went in and did a number on a lot of the stuff. We changed computers, and it just came right back into it. So the computer guy doesn't know. He thinks it actually got into the Wi-Fi. And so then when we came back here, it got into this Wi-Fi. So it's Julia's computer locked up, and so we had to buy a new computer. So before we start her computer up, he's putting quite a few preventative things on there. And then my computer should be here on Saturday or Monday, and he'll do the same thing. And then hopefully we can get the laser going, because with the laser, we've got hats, and we're going to burn our logo in those leather patches on the hats. So hopefully in about 2 weeks, we'll have hats. Next week, well, probably about 2 weeks, the cups will be in. But we did get a gray. We started out, we had a blue cup, and then we went to a gray cup. I really like the gray cups, but we're going to change the logo and stuff like that up on them a little bit. And then pretty soon after that, we'll have the Legacy Farms Missions cups will be out. And then we're also going to be launching the new Legacy Farms Coffee Missions, and then we'll close the old one down. But we're going to have a new missions. We're still looking for a couple of board of directors. If somebody wants to be, they're called non-voting members. We would like to have a bigger pool of people to choose from, or to collectively be on some of the video meetings that we have. We've got our 6 primary people that the people that have supported us financially and stuff like that are going to be the voting members. But we would like to have people that would come in and help us figure out ideas, things like that. So we need a few non-voting members and then regular voting board members. So if somebody wants to do something like that, and then summer's coming up just right around the corner, we'll start doing mission trips on the farm. So we're planning one for the summer, and then we're going to probably plan a fall mission trip for fall break. Those will be our only 2 mission trips. The fall one will definitely be a dental clinic and medical clinic and a lot of VBSs. So for the mission side, that's what's going on this year. The farm, I'm going to try to go up next week. We've got a couple of family, we had some medical issues that we're dealing with. So as soon as we find out, hopefully a report, hopefully tomorrow, and then I'll be at that point, we know what's going to be happening over the next few months. Then I'm going to run down to Honduras for about 6 days, be the shortest trip I've ever made. So during that 6 days, we're having to abandon part of the farm. So right now they're cleaning that section. Once they clean the grass from around it, then we're going to put one big fertilizing in there, and then they're not going to touch it for the rest of the year. And when it comes harvest time, we won't be picking it like we normally do. We're going to come through one time at about 3/4 of the way through season. We're going to go through that one time when the harvest is at its peak. We're going to pick everything off of it, black, red, green, in one time. And then we'll get those 3 coffees separated, and we'll just sell that and the rest of the farm with our higher end coffees, uh, we'll try to pick those the best we can. But with the immigration the way it is, we lost 43% of the crop. We lost just falling on the ground and rotting. And then we're waiting on the last count. Anna should know that by the end of this week on exactly how much coffee we lost from bad lots that we picked, processed, dried, went through all that trouble, and then when we cupped it, it had something wrong with it. So we've never had that happen before. But because we don't have any workers there to pick the coffee, probably half the workers that we needed were there. So this year it just wasn't hardly worth getting the coffee. Um, the labor doubled and tripled according to what type of labor it was. The fertilizer has just been outrageous, and so this year the farm was sort of a wash. But we need coffee no matter what it costs. So we have to have coffee to keep the green guys going. We are having to get rid of a few of our bigger coffee buyers this year. So that's going to leave a lot of room for the little guys that we were trying to ration. They'll be able to have all they want. But then some of the bigger guys that order 1 or 2 pallets a year, there's one farmer, one roaster that orders 2 pallets a year. So we're going to have to drop him. And then from there, we'll just sort of see. But right now, I think we've got about 90 bags of coffee in storage, which sounds like a lot. But when you take into consideration there's 7 varieties and there's 2 to 3 different processes for each of those varieties, there's different lot numbers. So it's going to be a struggle to carry the next 2 months while we're waiting on our coffee to come in. It's going to be a struggle to carry all the blends and brands that we have through that time. Just like the Lempira washed or the canal washed Lempira that we have is called El Gringo if you buy it roasted, but it is a canal washed Lempira. But that coffee is used in the breakfast blend, the espresso blend, and it is the El Gringo. So, and it's used in Eli Mountain blend. So that one coffee is spread pretty thin. Our biggest seller is El Gringo, which uses up the majority of it. But here lately, the breakfast blend and espresso blend are really taking off. So we're going to have to, we sort of have to ration those coffees. So we pulled a couple of coffees completely off and we put on some really high end. We've got an 88 point Perry Nama online right now. So it sort of is what it is, and we're going to make the best of it, and we're going to try the very best to keep our customers with coffee. I don't think there's any chance that we're going to run out of roasted coffee. We may have to cancel a blend or something. We're going to have to buy some coffee for the flavored because we don't have a lot of low scoring coffees. They either went completely off the charts and they're at 65 and 70, which there were 7 lots that were that way. And then from there, they jump into that 84 to 86 range. So we've got a lot of pretty good coffees and we've got a few excellent coffees. But right now we actually need a few coffees that are 80 and 81 so that we can flavor them. So we're going to have to buy some Brazilian coffee that is right at the 80 point mark. And so that'll be something I try to take care of when I go to Honduras. I'll meet with the guy that helps us export our coffee, and we'll sort of see where we go from there. But if there's anybody out there that's wanting to do some importing next year, I'm partnering with a guy. Hopefully we're going to sign contract when I go this next time, and we're going to go together and start buying coffee. He was a banker, and he quit doing that because he wanted to start a coffee business. So he knows all the rich coffee farmers in Honduras. And so we're going to start visiting farms and doing cuppings. So we're going to the goal is to find coffees that I don't already have on my farm and start buying those coffees. And it should be, in the same range of what we're selling coffee for right now. So we're going to give that a try and see. But tonight's podcast was mainly just to see if we could get the thing back up again. I've been waiting months on response from StreamYard and those guys to help us get the problem solved to where we can get all the Facebook and all that tied back in, and I haven't gotten any response from them. They just got horrible customer service. So hopefully tomorrow Luke is going to have hook us up on the Spotify, because that's who runs our shop right now, or Shopify, whatever it is. It's one of those two. I can't remember. So we're going to hopefully get a podcast going with that. And for you guys, it shouldn't matter. Podcast is a podcast, and he's going to take over a lot of our accounts and start helping with those things. So we'll just hope that that's going to go a little bit better than what it has been. I really enjoy doing the weekly podcast. So that was sort of what we wanted to accomplish tonight. So when I shut down, I'm gonna see if there's any way that we can, if it is streaming to to YouTube. So if anybody that's watching is seeing us on YouTube, you guys can say hi, and I'll know. But otherwise, we'll find out some more stuff tomorrow. And again, anybody that wants to help, anybody that wants to volunteer to build the website for the new nonprofit, we can pay you in tax credits, and we do have a little bit of money, or we're happy to pay you in coffee, just whatever. Or if you want to volunteer time, but if you know somebody that knows how to build a website, it doesn't have to be anything complicated. We just want to tell about what our mission is. We want to I've got hundreds of pictures from all the projects that we've done, but for the last year, the guy that's run it hasn't put any of the pictures up, and it's his website. He's the one that built it. He won't give us the access to it, so we're just going to have to give up on it and start a new one. So we bought the name for the new one, and okay, Brian's there, and I think Brian and I are going to try to do. I'm going to get him on the next website if possible, and we'll start a little more official website and have a few more topics. I will be posting this week what the topics of the next couple ones are. So if anybody wants to be on the podcast, and then I'm going to get with Brian and a couple other guys, and we'll see what we can do as far as having to put together a really good podcast. I've got a couple guys that are going to do a podcast about brewing the coffee, so I've got that one sort of set up. And let me know what day works for you guys best. Eli and I are cutting back on martial arts this year. We've been doing 3 days a week, and that's getting very hard to do. So we're wanting to make sure that we make time for the podcast and catch up with my posting and stay caught up with doing those things. So, but we'll let you know as soon as we can. Sorry it wasn't very exciting tonight. It's definitely a lot different, a lot calmer when Eli's not here. He's helping his brother. If you guys look on the website, my son Jonathan cuts these tiny pieces of wood together, and he stains them with a white stain, red stain, or a blue stain, and he is making little bitty American flags. And so they're selling pretty good. They're out there. They're working on another 18. But it's a good time of year to buy an American flag, I think. But they're just wooden, and he makes a larger version. We'll have that on the website. And appreciate you guys jumping in there and supporting all that. We're going to do some kind of little giveaway next week, and I'm going to give away a couple of them and get some people out there that have tried them and that have been loyal to us, and try to get them some prizes. We're going to give out a bunch of coffee cups and stuff like that. But we'll figure out how that'll all work, and I'll keep posting. The main thing I'll be posting on right now is the Instagram, and so we'll go from there. But thanks everybody for watching. If you would like us, share us, all those fun things. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I had a crazy big order came in today, and I am one bag short of being able to fulfill the order. But all of my buckets hold 18 pounds. I've got those, they're like food grade buckets. And every order they put in was 20 pounds. It was a 150-pound order. So it's a pretty big order for us. And so I had 149 bags. So I'm one bag short, but I'm a couple of pounds short on every one of the little orders almost. So I'm fixing to roast for probably the next 4 hours. Hopefully Julia's got some supper in there. So I'm going to roast for the next 4 hours. But as usual, you guys will, if y'all keep sending in questions, I know I didn't answer much of it today. I've got about 7 that I didn't get to. But any kind of question you have, or if you're a roaster, or if you're selling roasted coffee, if there's something we can do to help your business, and anytime we're on the podcast, if you guys want to jump on the podcast, make sure you got all your bling on, or have a sign in the background or something like that. But you can always post your information on our website, and we'll help you help you grow as we grow. But thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the turnout. And we will talk to you again soon. Have a great night.